Morning, folks. Whew. One of those mornings where, like, I'm waking up. You know, I'm waking up. I'm getting there. Whew. There's mornings where there's three different types of mornings. There's mornings where, for whatever reason, either you get adequate sleep or you wake up outside of a REM cycle. You just like, oh, hey, I'm awake. All right. That's one. And then the other side of that is the alarm goes off and you are like, no. And then there's something in between. And I'm somewhere in between. Or I'm like, all right, yeah, okay. I'm getting up. I'm all right. You gotta give myself a little bit of time. I'm not jumping out of bed, but like, I'm okay. I think the middle is where you want to be most days. If you can jump out of bed every morning, then like cool. I don't know how you're doing that, but that's great. If you're having a lot of the other days where every morning it's like no, then like that's where you're like, oh, I need to change something. Something needs to change. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to it's Thursday, right? Thursday. I hope everyone's having a pretty good Thursday. I'm going to be eating a lot of these because there's an entire box of them. I know I tried one on Tuesday. I'm curious as I eat more of them if I'm going to be like, these are getting better or these are getting worse. This is a little better than it was on Tuesday. I think it's because I'm hungrier. I did not put it in the oven. No. I will try one in the toaster oven at some point. Maybe Tuesday. But like that takes time, so I'm sure it'd be better in there than the microwave. Y'all hot sauce people. I've never been into hot sauce. I don't like the flavor of hot sauce. It's not a spicy thing. It's like it has a very specific flavor. And I've never been a fan of it. So, hey, Pink Chipper. Thank you. Let's start off the morning with not only a microwaved breakfast sandwich, but also 10 gift subs. Appreciate it. And he says, any sauce at all? Yeah, I'm okay with sauce. I like sauce. I just don't like hot sauce. Mrs. Lively says, there is no flavor, it's just hot. Disagree. Huge disagree. Do not agree with that statement at all. I've had multiple different hot sauces over the years, and it has a very specific flavor that I don't know what it is. I like hot stuff. No problem eating hot stuff. Grew up eating a lot of hot stuff, but like hot sauce I can't even pinpoint what exactly the taste is. It's just like something about it where I'm like, you can put hot sauce in things, like if it's a part of something and it's like mixed in to make a flavor profile, that's fine. But like to just put hot sauce on a thing, I'm like, that's not for me. But some people really like it. You know, like that's their go-to thing. I think everyone's got a go-to condiment. Mine's probably the mustard family. Hi, bud. You coming up? You want to relax up here? You spent all night with me. I mean, what's a little more time, right? He has to investigate Oh, I collapsed the mic stand yesterday. I've had a mic stand up here, and it's been upright, and I collapsed it yesterday and put it on the floor. So that's the first thing he noticed, is like, what's that? You know, walk in front of the camera? That's fine. I'm going to read some of these things. Paint Chipper's 10 gift subs went to Smashing Crossing, Prince 7, Circle Now Squared, Swordmaster B, Literate Bama Girl, Joopy Cat, Super Awesome Egg, Sheehan Rose, Famicom High C, and Broken Quest. Paint Chipper, thank you. Appreciate it.
Coffee.
We also have a sub from Spasm. Welcome. 18 months from Phoenix Zuzo. 24 months. That's a clap. I am holding a sandwich. So this is going to be your clap for 2 years. For KRC David. Congrats on the 2. 8 months from Ellen Fant. 22 months from Layla 3. 7 months from Raikitsune. 300 bits from Prince, who says, Mao. I might be able to answer this. Mao, did you partake in Inktober this last October? No. I did, though I didn't complete it. I spent too much time making bacon for the prompt crispy with lesbian pride colors, and now I'm doing a whole pride bacon series. That's an interesting idea. I mean, Mao doesn't do... I don't think Mao's ever done Inktober, but she does do, like, doodles and stuff in her techo. And not like super regularly. It's not like she'll doodle in her techo like every single day, but she does do that from time to time. So, not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah. Like our pride bacon. God, this is so chewy. Where did he go? Did he go back downstairs? I guess. That's strange. It's fine. It's fine. Another big bite. I should be about halfway through this sandwich. That's about halfway. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like I said, I do have a lot of these. When we were in Atlanta and we were getting ready to come back home, my mom told me, she's like, I want everything to be as smooth a transition for you as possible. I'd like to pick up some stuff that you guys can just have here to eat. She's like, I'm going to make you chicken noodle soup, which she did and was great. She's like, but I'd like to pick you up just some groceries so you don't have to think about it. And I was like, okay. And she's like, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know, just like anything. So she found these, and she had asked if I had had them before, and I was like, well, I've had the Jimmy Dean microwavable stuff, but I've never had sourdough anything. And she's like, okay, well, I hope you like them. And they're fine. They're fine. I think I do like the other Jimmy Dean things I've had better, like the other sandwiches. But it's not bad. It's not bad. They're fine. I think I just prefer either. I think we were talking about it on Tuesday. I prefer sausage or bacon, I think. But it's nice to change it up too, so. Yeah, Renee, I'm the exact same. Sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. One of my fondest memories growing up is there would be some mornings where me and my dad would get up early and go to Burger King, and we would get sausage, egg, and cheese croissants, sometimes bacon, switch it up occasionally, and an order of the Cine Minis. And like that, I can still remember on multiple occasions sitting in the Burger King at the crack of dawn with my dad, and like there'd only be like one other person in the whole restaurant, and just eating and talking, and it was nice. It was just really nice. I have these fond fast food memories. And yeah, Rocky grunts. The Cineminis have unlocked some ancient memories. What do you want from the burgers, King? Do they still make cinnamon? I haven't been to a Burger King in a while. I haven't been to a Burger King for breakfast in years. So I don't even know if they still have Cine Minis. I'm not sure. Renee says, doesn't Burger King have the good little tater tots? Like the little hash brown rounds? They have those. I think my favorite place to get hash browns are probably Dunkin'. They have really good hash browns. Or I like McDonald's patties too. Emil says, I missed the Cine Minis commercial. I don't remember the commercial.
Coffee.
I don't remember any commercial. Now I want to see what this is. Someone tweet me a Cine Minis commercial so I can watch it after the stream. Because now I'm curious. A lot of these fast food places do some sort of sweet something that you can get in the morning. And like that, all of them really stuck out to me as a kid. But of all of them, Cine Minis were the ones I liked most. The thing is about Cine Minis, along with basically any fast food just in general, it's so hit or miss. Anyone that grew up eating those things, the Cine Minis, knows that like it was a coin flip. They were either going to be good, they were either going to be like soft and fresh and good, or they were going to be stones. And there were so many times that I would order them, and they were basically rocks. And you still ate them because they're covered in icing. You can eat anything if it's covered in icing. But they weren't good. They weren't good.
It goes whip, blop, blop, blop.
All right. Almost done with these. One bite? That's one bite. A big bite. Okay. I mean, Chaz, you're not wrong. I would probably die on stream, to be honest, if Mal was not around. There's too many times where I've been like, I could eat this, where Mal's been like, no, you can't, and I'm like, oh. All right. I think I'm good. Cap is back. Hi, buddy. You a good boy? Where'd you go? You took an adventure downstairs. Anyway. Let's read stuff. Okay. I've got a sandwich in me. I am going to try and remember to start early enough on breakfast on Tuesday to do that in the toaster oven, because I'm real curious how it would change, and see if like it gets maybe crispier, maybe, because you know I've said that the sandwich is like a little juicy. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, 19 months from Forwolf, 6 months from Hero Protagonist, 38 months from Phantom SVT, 13 months from Tiger, 16 months from Gamers 00700, 19 months from A-Rails, 500 bits from Penguin Frog says, good vibes paid off. I got the good job. I start next Thursday, which means my first day is a day off. That's a good first day. But also, congratulations. The good vibes have a history. You know, they certainly have a history of having some level of effect, so I'm grateful for that. And congratulations. that maniacal laugh can also be a congratulations. You okay, buddy? Your tail is like, here, let me help you. There you go. Tail is all... I mean, I know you have control of it, but like, sometimes I feel like you need help, because I look at his tail, and his tail is like all wiggled or whatever. And he's like sitting on it, and then I'll just kind of pull it out and move it for him. And he'll be like, oh, this is better. I do like this better. I'm like, see? You're welcome. 14 months from Queen Chai. Skits got gifted a sub to Busy Kick. 300 bits from Arpega says, I've hit the home stretch of the last 20 episodes of the Skyrim LP, and boy, even wistfully thinking about Elder Scrolls 6 makes me go, oh my sweet summer child. We had to wait a little longer than I thought. And it's fine. The distance between games is increasing. You know, the distance between Elder Scrolls 5 and 6 is greater than 4 and 5. The distance between GTA 5 and 6 is greater than the distance between GTA 4 and 5. So, like, things are getting longer. They're getting much longer. But that's fine. That's fine. Clockwork, I've seen a little bit of that on Twitter. I've been like, oh, okay. But you know what? It's fine. If it adds some joy to someone's life somewhere, and I'm like, have at it. 3 months from Secon 98. 400 bits from Furry Zoe says, sending everyone the best of vibes. Grandpa, continue taking great care of Grandma. I'm trying. I'm trying. She plans on showing up at the end of stream again today. And I think maybe that'll be... You need help with your tail again? I think that's going to kind of be the plan, you know, going forward, is she'll show up at the end and say hi, and we'll just do it that way. So, and like having her here physically in person is better than videoing in to her, and probably to all of you too. It's nice to see her. Yeah, I'm blown away. I wouldn't ask her to come up the stairs often, but twice a week, I think she can probably handle. And she's walking a lot. She's walking quite a bit. She was actually reading and telling me about this yesterday. She said that flat plane walking, so, you know, just walking, is apparently like really good for hysterectomy patients, and she's been doing a lot of that. I mean, for the past few days, she's been walking basically a mile every day. So we're going to continue to try and keep that pace and just see how long it takes to get better. Yeah, and it's warm again today. Flat plane walking is a good ska band name. That's ska, by the way. Ska. There's not enough ska in the world. Or alternatively, there was too much, and the universe has adjusted. I'm not sure. 2 months. 2 months from The Legend of Bex. 4 months from Mr. Generic Name. 33 months from Marty Griff 1980. 3 bits from Prince, who says, my donut shop uses Jimmy Dean sausage patties for our sliders. Speaking of that brand, they're good. They're good. Like your mileage may vary depending on the whole outfit. In terms, like getting the sausage patties is different than getting like a breakfast sandwich and throwing it in the microwave. But their sausage patties are good. On different occasions, I've had just the patties. They're good. 300 from Satsy says, oh, hey, I have a water bill. I haven't opened it yet because I've not seen anything from them in 2 years. But hey, saves me a runaround. Does that mean you haven't had a water bill in 2 years? Like, did you suddenly get a water bill and they're like... Hold on. Just to clarify it very quickly, because this is of extreme interest to me. So you've had water for 2 years. They have not sent a bill. Okay, here's my question. My question is, when you received this bill, did it have, like 24 months worth of water bills, or was it just like for the past month? That's the question, because the former is a pretty scary thing to receive. And like, I guess they would be rightful in charging you for that if they haven't charged you, but like, that would still be very alarming to me. Because we had I don't know if it's a similar issue, but we had an issue when we first moved into the apartment. There is no bill. What is... Oh, it's not a bill. Okay, because like in some places, whenever, like if you're renting, water or, it's a direct debit thing. Maybe they've been taking your money and you don't even know it. Some places, whenever you rent, they, water or electric or internet can be included. We lived somewhere where something was included. When we lived in Colombia, the water was included? Water and trash pickup. And I think we had to pay for electric and internet ourselves. Yeah. And there might be state requirements too, where it's different depending on where you live. But I remember when we moved to the apartment, however many years ago, when we first moved in, we're obviously busy. We're getting like situated, right? We were, trying to, Satsy, you have the right story, just the wrong place. Because that wasn't Colombia, that was here. We moved in, and then within, I guess, a few weeks, we had received a letter from, I think it was Electric, and they were like, hey, this is your final notice. We're going to shut your power off. And I'm like, what do you mean you shut our power? We just moved in. We haven't got a bill. So I called them, and we had our normal electric bill, and this was like our first month. Like, we had just moved in. We had our normal electric bill and a bunch of fees for not paying the electric bill. And I was like, we haven't received an electric bill. It's like, if we get a bill, I pay it. And they're like, well, sir, we have your address on file here. And what had happened is they had the wrong address, and they had been sending it to our neighbor. We never got the bill, and it was a miracle that we got this final notice thing. And I was like, you guys have the wrong address. And they're like, okay, but that's not our fault. They're like, you still have to pay the electric bill, even if we mail it to the wrong place. Even if you don't get a bill, they're like, you are liable. Like, you have to realize that you're not receiving a bill, or you're in trouble. And I was like, okay. I was like, we just moved in. I will pay the bill. You need to fix my address so I can get the bill. They did waive the fees. But I was also angry on the phone, TM. And, we got it taken care of. Anyway, so that happened to us once. And that was... That sucks. And like, I get it, right? Like, I understand. I understand that you are responsible for the service that you're using, regardless of whether you get the mail. But you know, when you've just moved, when things are still in boxes, you're not thinking about, did I get this bill? You're assuming that you will get the bill. Anyway, it was fine. It was fine. I feel like something like that happened to Alex too, but it was for like a long portion of time. And I don't remember the exact details now. But it was something where like he didn't receive a bill for something for a long time, but they kept the service on and they just kept increasing the fees. And then at some point they were like, "You haven't paid this bill in like 18 months." And then he was like, "Oh." I forget what it was exactly, but it was something wild like that. Anyway, 300 bits from Pink Matima says, so today I learned that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is what is sold in Germany as Cinny Minis. Boy, was I confused about why Burger King would sell cereal. What? Hold on. I just want to see the box. Or I could ask Chaz, I guess, if there's if the box is different. Is there no music? Oh, it's the track. Here. Enjoy Family Jewels. Enjoy Family Jewels. So, okay. German. Let's type this in. German cinnamon. I can do this. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I want to see this. Because now I'm curious. Oh my god! They are called Cinny Minis! What? There's a box here, and it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but they're called Cinny Minis, and the logo is completely different. Yeah, look at that! Look at that! Talk about blowing my mind here. I mean, there's a lot of times where things are named differently in different places, either because of regional differences or licensing or whatever, but like, this is... You talk about mind-blowing, that's not what a Cinny... So, for anyone that's out of the country and Cinny Minis are a breakfast cereal or something other than a Burger King product, you should Google image search Burger King Cinny Minis so you can see exactly what they look like. But they're these little tiny cinnamon rolls that you dip into icing. That is the context of this. Anyway, neat. You learn something every day. It's just funny because, you know, the internet has made everything... the internet makes the world feel smaller. And you have to remember that sometimes you're talking about something and there are people watching that are like, what is he talking about? And it's because their context for the words that you're saying are completely different. They're like, I don't understand. Why is Burger King selling cereal? That's fun. Anyway, I like stuff like that. Pink Team also gifted a sub to Wojo42. Thank you. 30 bits from Adrian, who says, fun story, was doing some early morning roulettes in Final Fantasy XIV, ended up in a main story dungeon with a new player who had a Twitch link in their bio. It was fun chatting with them on here after the dungeon ended. Oh, that was nice. It's always, so I don't know if anyone else feels this way. One of the weirdest things to me now about playing online games in the modern era is that at any given point, you have to just kind of assume that you could be on someone's stream. There are so many people doing live streams, whether on Twitch or YouTube, etc., that at any given point when you're playing a game, like you have to kind of think about that, you know. And I would hope that regardless of whether people think that they're being broadcast, that they're always just being on their best behavior. But it's another reason to like not do anything or say anything that like you wouldn't want broadcast on the internet, because anyone could be doing a live stream. And actually, that's exactly what I was going to say, what Becca's bringing up. There's been a lot of times where I have been playing Pokemon Unite with other people, and you know, a lot of these Pokemon Unite streamers will put like YT or TW or TV in their names to indicate that they are a streamer. And there's a lot of times where we've been playing games and they've been live, you know? Yeah, and like Brandon says, actually great when you have an opposing trainer streaming, because then you see why you lose. Yeah. Or if you're winning, you get to hear other people swear your name, which is also extremely entertaining. It's also really nice. So, yeah, it's a really, it's just a weird environment. It's not something that I was thinking about because it didn't exist, you know, back when I was playing Halo 2 on Xbox Live growing up. But now it's something that I'm just always acutely aware of because, I mean, for one, it's something that I do, and then also because so many people have, you know, TV in their username or whatever, so like there's so many people doing streams. And it runs the gamut, right? Because sometimes someone's live and they have 2 viewers. Sometimes people are live and they have 2,000. So it's a huge stretch of folks that are doing this. There was some of our friends that I wasn't playing, but there was some of our friends that were playing in a match the other day, and someone on their team was streaming, and they were not playing so well, but they were blaming their team. I'm obviously not gonna call out this person, but like they were blaming their team, which was my friends, and it was just really weird to watch back that VOD and have them complain about people. And I'm watching them like, you're playing really badly. Like, they're not the problem. You're the problem. It was great. It was great. Again, endless entertainment. Endless entertainment. All right, where was I? 300 bits from Prince, who says the distance between Pikmin 1 plus 2 is shorter than the distance between Pikmin 3 plus 4. Yeah. Although, doesn't it feel a lot of games get their sequel pretty quick? Especially because they're often built like in the same engine. So a lot of games that you get the first game and then real soon after, just within a few years, it's like, here's 2. And then if they go to a different engine, go to a different system, then the gap starts to like really, really stretch. So, you know, I get it. I don't know when we'll get Pikmin 4. But Pikmin Bloom is out, so you can play that. Pink Matima gifted a sub to Mint Lilac. 400 bits from Theralude just says, so when looking up the Cine Minis, remember to add Burger King or else you get the cannibalistic Cinnamon Toast Crunch creatures. On the other hand, now I want a Steven reacts to old ads stream. Maybe someday. Reese Lucagen does those occasionally. And Mao and I watch those sometimes. Like, if we're not in the mood to watch anything specific, there's definitely been times for lunch that we just pull up, like, 90s ads. And we just watch 90s ads for, like, lunch. And it's fun. It's fun to see what you remember. There's a lot of things that you don't consciously think about, but the minute that you see them, it like lights up parts of your brain that you forgot were even, you know, there. So, yeah, I don't know, the brain is strange. The brain is really weird in like what it will remember and what becomes important to it. But a lot of times the reason you remember things are repetition. You know, and if you've seen a commercial multiple times, that's repetition. So, especially when you're young, especially when you're a kid, because when you're a kid, you're just soaking up everything like a sponge. So, of course, you're going to remember these stupid commercials. You'll call now. I'll call now. Anyway.
Crossfire!
Moon shoes? God. Look with your special eyes. J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. I know all these stupid things. I don't even want to. There's so many things that, like, I can't remember. And I wish that I could, I wish that I could pick what I remembered. I'm like, I don't need the 90s commercials. That's not important to me. And yet, that's what I remember. Yeah, the Shirley Temple, what was it, like a movie collection?
Animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits loop the loop.
Like that line, like the whole commercial, that line. Get it out. Get it out. I don't. Yes, that's French those children are speaking, but no, they're not French, they're American. And they've developed their remarkable new language skills from Muzzy. Ah. Oh, God. Get connected for free with Education Connection. I need to move on. I will just spend the rest of the stream quoting old commercials. 300 bits from Prince, who says, doing a lot of walking. Is Mal growing Pikmin on her phone as she walks? Pikmin Bloom is out, and it's just sweet and charming, and no one in my area plays it. I see no flowers. I did not plant. Oh, and the George Fail is... it's appropriate, because we get the Pikmin emote. I should mention it to Mal, because we are doing walking every day. Neither of us have installed it or played it, but she might have an interest in trying it out, since we do have to do... We're not doing a lot of walking every day, but we're doing, you know, some. I don't know, I guess, how long is a mile? Like, is that a lot, or is that not a lot? I guess it depends. Like, if you live and work in the city, and you're doing a lot of walking, then a mile seems incredibly small. But if you work from home and you don't have a reason to leave the house, a mile is quite a ways. I guess it depends. Anyway, 30 bits from DannyX6, who says, I used to really dislike ska, but that was only because my first introduction to it was when a guy I disliked in high school said he was in a ska band. Funny how that works. It's true. You know, your first interactions with, I mean, anything, but especially I think music genres can shape how you feel about it. But ska's great. I really liked ska in high school. So, I mean, I still do. Like, you know, I just like music just in general. There was a, what was it called? What's it called? Hold on. This will make sense. Hold on. Saturday Night Live is usually bad, to be perfectly honest. They're way more misses than hits. But there was a sketch that they did pretty recently with, who was it? Kieran Culkin. How do I see all of them? I can't. I'm trying to figure out the name of this thing. Where is it? The Jockey. Sorry, it took me that long to get to that point. There's this... wow, this doesn't have very many views. It's fine. It's a very specific type of humor that's not going to resonate with a lot of people. But there's a sketch on SNL from 11 days ago with Kieran Culkin called The Jockey. And if you ever liked ska, or if you ever liked Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I recommend it. When I first saw it, I was like, who came up with this sketch? I think my favorite, so much of SNL ends up just feeling like boring to me, but occasionally it feels like the writers did a lot of cocaine right before they wrote something, and they're so far out there. Like, the concept of what's going on is so far out there that I'm like, this is good. I like whatever this is. And the jockey kind of hits that mark of like, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure who came up with this. Anyway, how did I get there? I don't know. That was a long journey. But we got there. Don't do drugs. 33 months from Dark Nature XD. 14 months from Miss Jackie Lynn. 300 bits from ZSR says, so life happened. My mom can help me pay off my UI design class in full. I'm so happy to have learned this development last night. I want to share the good vibes I have. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, part of the good vibes circle of life is if you need good vibes, you request good vibes. But if you have good news, you share those good vibes. So I am glad that you are sharing those good vibes, and I'm glad that happened. Excellent. Oh, you're being sweet. You tired? Into shrimp mode he goes. We got 34 months from Unbent Reagent. And 300 bits from Satsy says, I remember being a tot in my mom's car with no seatbelts listening to Madness, as well as other things, but that's a fond memory. And better than my dad's car that didn't have pedestrian seats. I mean, having access to basic seating seems good. I have a lot of memories from childhood of listening to country music because my parents were both fans of country music, especially my mom, whose dad, my grandfather, loved country music, and honestly, it's a wonder that he didn't like go to Nashville and pursue that. You know, that was his thing.
Coffee.
But because of that, you know, I have a very big background in country music, especially anything up to like the mid 90s. Like I know all of the country songs. I know all of them. And then the flip side of that is that when I would ride with just Dad, we would listen to a lot of classic rock. So I had a big background in a lot of classic rock songs. So that was my childhood. And like and it's really important to like explain that I really had no other music. Like that was it. Like country and classic rock, and that was it. Like I didn't listen to anything current actually ever. I was going to say until a certain age, and it's like, no, I just literally never listened to whatever was popular, even into adulthood. Even now, I have no idea what's on the radio. But, yeah, that was really just those two genres. But I'm pretty familiar with both now. So, you know, it's fine. Statman says, when you tweeted about Sold by John Michael Montgomery the other day, I played the song for about 30 minutes. Well, we went down to the Grundy County auction. That was a big song, too. Like, when that song came out, it was real big. And anyone who listened to country music at the time knows that song really well because they probably overplayed it. But it's fine.
Put on your helmet and enjoy Tiny Eddie's Banana Mouse Crunch.
Banana Mouse Crunch. So when I hear crunch, I always go to cereal. Bananas in cereal, that's a thing. Mice? A little less so. 1,000 Bits from Leaf, who says, Morning, grandparents. Just wanted to wish you and everyone in chat a wonderful day. And also, I'd like my regularly scheduled cursed Tiny Eddie snack, please. Banana Mouse Crunch.
Pour the cereal in the bowl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got bananas in their hole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also it has mice. Wait, what? Banana Mouse Crunch? Some of the mice are alive. Wait, hold on. They've chewed through the box. It's fine.
8 months from the Leaf 473. We also have a subscription from Shiny Yoshiratsu. Welcome. There to put some Diddy eggs. It says, after today, I'm going to be a bit busy in the kitchen, but I hope you guys, including Mal, will be happy to know that I intend to use my pie pumpkins to make a homemade pumpkin pie with Mal's recipe. Hashtag Team Mal. It's the season! I can't believe... Oh my god, it's a week. Wow. Thanksgiving is in a week. For those who are not aware, Mal, who is probably mostly known for doing the art, has done one video on baking. She actually made a pumpkin pie, and she's well known for her pumpkin pie. Like, she's made pumpkin pie for years. People really like it. And if you are looking for a pumpkin pie recipe to make this year, I highly recommend her video. Jazz has got the link for you there. Check it out. Make a pie. It's, you know, I'm not a huge pumpkin pie person, because I'm not really into it, but folks who are pumpkin pie people, who've had a lot of pumpkin pie, say that Mal's recipe is really fantastic. So, highly recommend it. Oh my god, we're adding more secret words. But isn't that a really good like, that is ska. That is like, that's what it is. That's ska. Pedro says soon we'll get all words covered. Every word in the English language. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's you know what my favorite thing about this is a lot of times these things are made on breakfast stream, and then they start showing up on a Friday stream, and all of the Friday people who can't be here in the mornings are like, what happened during breakfast stream this week? It's like, you never really know. Who can tell? It's always a mystery. I like it.
Ska.
There are bits from Prince who says, would grow some Pikmin. Scott would grow some Pikmin because it counts your steps every day at work. I grow at least one Pikmin running from the front counter to the fryer. Yeah, I'll mention it to Mal. Like I said, we are doing walks every day, so maybe we could grow some Pikmin. It is a possibility. Speaking of Mal, I mean, she has 10 minutes. I told her 10. She told me 10. We told each other 10 at the same time. We're like 10. So I guess she's fine. She'll probably get up in the next few minutes. Would be my guess. Probably. 300 bits. From Sachi says, for instance, also my mom never had an accident. My dad did, dislocated his leg, and he learned to ask us to duck if we see police cars. Oh. That's one way to go about things. I think I may have told the story before. When I was in high school. High school? High school. I think it was in high school. when I was in high school, my dad's car, the seat was broken. Like, something about the seat where, like, it didn't latch well, or something about it going up or back, or, like, tilting. Something about the seat was messed up. That's important. Because there was one morning where... It might have been a morning that we actually had breakfast, to be honest. I think it was a morning where we had a breakfast at Burger King or whatever. He dropped me off at school after that, and then he was in a wreck. There was a drunk driver at 8 in the morning or whatever, and it totaled the car. And because that seat was broken, he ended up going into the back seat. It was a situation where, however the police officers or the paramedics or whatever explained it, was like, if the seat wouldn't have been broken, he would have like gone through the windshield, but because the seat was broken, he slammed, like it broke the seat and he flew into the back seat. So the seat being broken probably saved his life. And ever since then, it's just been like, oh. That was one instance where I was like, oh, I'm kind of glad the car was broken. Yeah, I guess it worked out well. My dad's had a million close calls. It's kind of been his life. Like when he was a kid, my dad was in a coma for 2 weeks because he got hit by a school bus, and he was young. He was like, I don't know how young he was. Like 5, 6, maybe slightly older. He was riding his bike and he got hit by a bus, and he was in a coma for 2 weeks, and the doctors were like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna come out of that, but then he did. He's also been in countless car accidents, countless wrecks. He's been in a lot of motorcycle accidents. He used to ride a motorcycle. Anyway, yeah, it's nuts. He's had all sorts of wild experiences. Anyway, 300 Bits from Line Rider says, haven't been cheering much recently because I need to save my money, but new alerts equals new bits. Wish me good vibes on my research paper. Ska. Good vibes. Hope your research paper goes well. I hope you do all the research, and the research is good, and the recipients of the paper say, this is good. Mr. Gameboy says, how do you say that so casually? Because I've lived it. Like, it's just, it's one of those things, it's just kind of been my dad's life. My dad's had crazy, crazy, crazy things happen to him. Like, there's that, there's the vlog where he talks about, where he was, when he worked for the city and he did, water meter readings. He knocked on someone's door to shut their water off, and someone had an AK-47, and they were like, you're this other person, I'm gonna kill you. It was just, he's just always had, crazy stuff. And like, if that's the first time you're hearing that story, then, that would also be really alarming. But, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things, like, at a certain point, when you grow up and like this stuff is just always happening, you just kind of get used to it, I guess. I don't know. It's great, and there's so many other stories I've just never told. So maybe at some point we'll try and recall some other stories and maybe get him to tell them on the vlog and stuff, because there's it's crazy. Marty says, as an Irish person, hearing that someone has an AK-47 is like WTF. Yeah, that person ended up getting arrested because they had all sorts of, all sorts of stuff that they should not have had. They had a lot of ammunition, like an astounding amount of ammunition in the house. 19 months from Egaluke. 300 Bits from Zatsy says, clarifying for you, it was my leg, not his. I was nearly crushed under his cargo, but it wasn't affixed to the pallets properly, so I didn't die. Appropriate ska message. I'm just imagining that was lyrics in a ska song. And I'm like, I don't remember I don't remember that part of Goldfinger. Sachi says again, I was 3. I mean, fortunately, you are still with us. Oh, I hear. Are you down there? Okay, let me know when. Oh. Dad clarifies, because Dad's watching. Dad says he was 10 years old when he got hit by the bus. 10 years old. I thought he was younger than that. He was 10. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. He's been through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. What other wild things has he been through? In addition to being in like all of the wrecks and all that stuff, he had carpal tunnel. In carpal tunnel, and had to have carpal tunnel surgery, rotator cuff surgery. He had a brain tumor when I was in 2nd grade, and he's got like this really cool scar from one ear to the other, where they just went all the way across the head. I don't know. There's a lot. There's just so much. That man. I don't know that I've ever met anyone else that's been through so many things. Honestly, he's just been through a lot in his lifetime. He's like an astounding amount. Like, he's been through the level of traumatic events that like 10 people would have, and he's still going. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy that like he is, to me, kind of thriving now, where he is able to work on art and just be calm and not be in a position to be in any more accidents. Oh. Okay. He's clarifying. He was hit by a car, and then he was in a bus accident on the way home from school. Those were 2 different things. I had combined those. Yeah. Yeah. Dad, which one was the coma one? Which one? I am curious now. The car was the coma one. Okay. So he was also hit by a bus, but that wasn't the coma one. The car was the coma one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Phrases that you just don't really say. 510 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, I guess that makes sense that since he obviously lived through it, sometimes traumatic events can be told casually after time passes, but it's wild hearing it. Yeah, it's got to be alarming for folks, but again, you know, I've grown up hearing these stories and seeing these stories, right? Because, you know, there's many things that occurred while I've been around. You know, I remember the day that he came home from work and told that AK-47 story, and it was just like, oh, that's not good. That's quite bad. Have some beans. But, you know, as time passes, you can retell these stories. Comedy is tragedy plus time, so, you know, it's just become little anecdotes about his life. 1500 bits from Fossix. It says, this week hasn't been the best, to say the least, from the heavy rains that caused extensive flooding and mudslides on Sunday to just personally feeling down and lonely. I hope it gets better from here. Fossix, I am sending you my personal collection of good vibes today. I sincerely hope that things look up. I can't do anything about the mudslides. I can't help. Although I hope that the rain stops. But I sincerely hope that you feel better, buddy. And I can relate to that in many ways, because there's a lot of times where I hit feelings that are similar to that. They're right there, and I have to, like, get out of it. And sometimes it's not like an act. Sometimes it's just time. You know, sometimes it's not that you have to do anything in particular. You just have to, like, get through feeling down, and then things can look up a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, my best to you. Did you hear that? Have you been watching the stream at all, or no? No. Okay, well, there's a new alert. Are you ready to be helped? Okay. Okay, let me do that. Hold on.
Shoot, I'm on the pillow.
Oh. Okay.
I can't lean forward too much. Okay, that's better, thank you.
You're welcome.
Kippy, you want a treat? Good morning. Hi, sweetheart, you want a treat? Come get a treat. Look, it's for you. Is the glasses cleaner up here? It normally is. Is it on the glass table?
Coffee.
Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Where people can see you. Come here.
The answer to your question was yes.
Thank you. I will need that once I'm done giving him a treat.
Oh, can I also use that? Because that's,
Oh, yeah. Sit.
just a great idea.
You're off screen over there. No one can see you. Shake.
Oh my god, these are filthy.
Sit.
I don't recognize...
Shake.
I don't recognize the filth until you
Point
remind
it out.
me.
Team Riptide says, I love your sweater, Mel. Thanks. I got it at Target. It was on the, like... Where was it? I was looking at socks, and it was in, like, the lingerie section of Target. So it's, like, warm...
I'm really having a hard time with... I need new glasses.
I know you do.
I've had these glasses, I think, since the vlog existed. I think it's...
This is the worst time of year to get glasses. Because people are trying to use up their vision benefits, and then in January they want to, like, get it done for the year.
Have I used...
Loungewear, yeah, that's what the word
I
is,
haven't used...
Kathy.
I
Thank
haven't
you.
used any vision stuff for...
We don't have vision insurance.
Oh. Oh, okay, well, then I definitely haven't used... Are we getting it for next year?
No, it's not an option unless we buy it, like, separately. And in our experience, it's just cheaper to just pay for it. Because we
Okay.
get our contacts at Costco and then Warby Parker.
Okay, alright, well... Okay.
You just need to call and make an appointment.
But not until February?
I mean, you can call. I'm just going to say they might not be able to see you till February, so you should probably call.
I'm just thinking, like,
Make a reminder.
to call when?
Call today
And make a scheduled appointment
for whenever they can see you.
You'll call now. Okay. Remind me in an hour to make a vision appointment. I don't think that my vision has changed.
Your glasses are just incredibly old.
They're just old, you know, and it's not about being able to see better. It's just that, like, they're so old.
Yeah.
And most people don't even keep glasses this long, you know. So I'm fortunate that I've had them so long, but it might be time for something. That means that the look is going to change.
Yes. You have the old look where the glasses are small. The glasses I wore for surgery, because some people commented, they were like, you have old glasses on.
Yeah.
It's like, 'cause I don't want to lose my good ones.
So my look will change a little bit. But that's fine.
You want to try these on?
I'm not going to be able to see.
No, they're not strong enough for you. Let me see.
You want to try mine on?
No, yours are too powerful. They will hurt
Just
my
close,
eyes.
close your eyes. Yeah, yours aren't powerful enough.
I do not like these on my face. Can I have them on back now? Can you look at me though? Yeah, those are way too narrow for you. But those are the narrow, so.
Roger.
Give me my glasses back.
Hold on, I'm doing a character now.
I don't care.
Roger.
I can't see.
Okay. Oh my God! Whoa. Sorry, going from. I did not know that I was going to do that for that short amount of time. Having on your glasses and getting used to them for, like, what was that, 30 seconds? Going back to these, I literally feel like I induced vertigo doing that. Holy crap. Are you serious? The world is floaty and bad. How? It was like 30 seconds.
Who has worse vision? Steven does.
Wow. Wow. Okay. You give it a second. I wasn't ready for clarity. Well, it's fine. We'll just give it a second. 300 bits for Space Mix and Music, who says, just want to give a shout out to the New Alert and also to one of my favorite modern ska bands, We Are the Union, who just put out a new album earlier this year. See, folks are still making ska. It's not just relegated to 2 decades ago. It's still happening. 300 bits from Colin, who says, ska and good vibes to everyone. Looking forward to going home for Thanksgiving break today. Nice. Did you know?
Thanksgiving is a week from now?
1 week.
I know that, yes.
1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how many days? 8. It's like, what's a week plus 1? 8 days until Black Friday, which means we're getting close to, International Television Day. I feel like that's what everyone buys on Black Friday. That is like, is that like the most common Black Friday? It's like, do you need a new TV? Yes, Black Friday. No, don't buy a TV. I'm curious to see what sort of Black Friday deals there are. But I don't think I've bought anything on Black Friday in years, actually. So
No.
Not David Lynch says, I buy movies. That tracks. Lie not detected. 300 from Shy says, Stephen telling stories about his father's colorful life experiences. Suddenly, Stephen's fascination with Outback Stab House makes even more sense than before. It's true.
Did you tell the Denny's story?
What story?
When you were in the Denny's? Was it a Denny's? Was it a Shoney's?
Oh, where the guy got stabbed?
Yeah.
I mean, no, but the guy got stabbed. I don't know. None of these things are depending on who you are, where you're from, what your life experiences are. Stuff like this is alarming. And it's just not alarming to me. I've been around too much wild nonsense that I'm like, yeah, you know, it happens. It just happens. Yeah, there was we left, actually. We left because a guy got stabbed. There was an argument. There was a verbal argument that was happening in the Denny's. And I think we had even already ordered food, but I think my mom was like, we should go. And then, we left. But the guy ended up getting stabbed. Either got stabbed before we left or got stabbed right after we left. I don't know. I was young. I was really young at that point. It's fine. There is a lot of stabbings.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like shootings too. There's probably more shootings than stabbings, but it's just, I don't know. You just kind of get used to it. 398 bits from Lost Vagabond says, so I wasn't at BS on Tuesday because I had jury duty. Didn't realize I would be spending over 9 hours just waiting for them to tell me I was dismissed. Glad I brought a book because phones weren't allowed. Also, Ska, I hope you enjoyed your book. But that sucks. It's a pretty bad situation. 9 hours is also just a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trying to...
You get paid for that, right? Jury duty?
I've never done jury duty.
I haven't either.
I'm eligible.
I know.
Why haven't
when
we
you're
done
a
it?
voter, you're eligible.
Why haven't we done it?
They get pulled out of a hat or something.
When's that going to happen?
You just get called. Called.
It's never happened. I wonder if any of our friends have done jury duty, because no one's ever talked about it, but I guess it's not something you really talk about. Tom says, hopefully never. Vagabond says, I get $50 for it.
Yeah, I thought there was a...
For 9 hours?
Thomas has done it twice.
$50 for 9 hours?
Chaz has gotten letters twice.
That's not a lot. That seems like a small amount. Yeah, now that we've talked about it, I'm gonna get a letter in the mail tomorrow. It's like, you enjoy duty. I'll be like, God. It's funny because there's so many things that when you're younger, because they're talked about like in media, you feel like it's going to be a bigger thing. So there's a comedian that has a joke about quicksand. I don't remember who the comedian is, but that quicksand is actually something that I had thought about before I'd ever heard that joke. It's like you hear about quicksand, it's like, oh, quicksand's going to be a big thing growing up. You gotta watch out for quicksand. Is it John Mulaney? Okay, yeah, John Mulaney has a bit about it, and I've thought about that before. I was like, it's true. Like when you're a kid, there's all this media that's like, you gotta watch out for quicksand. And you never run into quicksand, but the same thing with jury duty. It's like, oh, you're always going to jury duty. And it's like, I've never been to jury duty. It's never happened. Anyway. 510 bits from Mr. Gameboy. It says, Steven, you should get all your competitive gaming with Mao out of the way before she heals. She will only be getting stronger from now on. I know. I'm concerned.
Have you seen my win rate in Pokemon Unite lately? What I need to do is check it for Sylveon, because I've only been playing Sylveon this season.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Did you know that I haven't
I know you haven't.
played Pokemon Unite in almost a month?
I know.
My thing is that I can't turn on the game and play the game without feeling guilt if I have things to do.
I know.
I really shouldn't be like that, because it's important to have like daily time off, right? Like it's important to have some time for you, but I have not been living that way. Instead, I'm like, no, I've got things to do. And I told myself I'll play it again once I'm in a spot where I don't feel guilt. When the vlogs are current, then I'll probably play a little bit again. But until then, I'm like, I got stuff to do. 300 bits of Prince, who says, speaking of ska, I'm pretty sure Toby Fox added ska in Undertale, the song Mad Dummy specifically. I say this because flavor text in that battle talks about the Mad Dummy doing an armless ska dance.
There was a lot of ska influence on Starman.net.
That actually makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Ton of sense. Yeah, so Toby grew up on Starmen, which is the same place that I grew up, and ska was big there. There was a lot of ska influence, so that doesn't surprise me in any way whatsoever. We also had 100 bits from Yami Florence and 100 bits from the Mighty Blues. Thank you.
I've seen a few people ask how's Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't started it because I've been playing some other games because other game systems are currently hooked up, so they're easier to play, and they're games I wanted to play anyway. So I will start Ghost of Tsushima, but
Yeah, Mao.
I'm playing Little King's Story.
Yeah, Mao played Cat Quest, which was fast. It was a pretty short game. Mao's also playing Depiction, which is a Picross game that's really complicated. She's been playing it.
Not that complicated.
It's complicated. Listen, last night I watched Thomas sweat playing Mario's Picross, making mistakes that, like, I'm not good at Picross, but even I was like, come on. Is he still here? He's not here, right? All right, don't tell him I said that. Oh, he's still here. Anyway, so...
I didn't see any Thomas, so I have no idea what he's talking about.
Anyway, it's a great VOD.
Anyway, Depiction.
I've never seen a man sweat so much playing a game so literally easy. They give you like 30 minutes for a puzzle, and it takes like a third of that time. Anyway, so Depiction is basically really complicated Picross, where you're doing 3 different Picross puzzles at once, and they're red, blue, and yellow, and then they overlay to make a color image. And it's actually even more complicated than that because there's shades within blue, red, and yellow. So if you like Picross, you should check that out. But Mao's been playing it for months and months and months. There's 100 puzzles, and she's on puzzle like 97. So she's really close to finishing it up, and she'll be working on that soon. And then the other game she's working on is Little King's Story, which is,
Thomas, I get what Chaz is saying, but if I showed you, like, my strategy for solving, that's not Chaz's mathematical, ultra-smart way of, like, doing that, it might make more sense.
Doodle says, but if you make a mistake, you lose time, Stephen George. I'm aware. I started playing through Mario's Picross on the Switch, and the solution I had is to not make a mistake.
What's the name of the one I'm playing? I'm playing Depiction.
Picross is one of those games where, like, the information is always there. Like, you should never have to guess. And it might take a little time to, like, look at things.
There's an app on my phone that I play that's also that. And there's some times where there's multiple ways to solve it.
Yeah, Tiger Tar says, just don't make mistakes. Can't lose time to mistakes if you don't make any. Can't do it.
Chaz linked to Depiction.
Yeah. Depiction is good. Yeah. Anyway, it's the greatest thing about criticizing friends playing a video game is that I just won't play the video game. So, but like, oh yeah, when I do it, it's great. I don't make any mistakes. Thomas messed up. Weird. It's like when we were talking about Donkey Kong Country, and I was like, I bet I could play Donkey Kong Country without dying. And everyone's like, will you try? And I'm like, nope. Absolutely not. Because I'd probably die. That's where you have to draw the line. Is you have to make the claim and then never prove it. And that's the best thing to do. Can't make mistakes if you don't play. It's true. Thomas, I do want to do a video game tournament. I think it would be extremely fun. We've talked about doing that, like, for some future ChefCon.
What's the one
getting
that...
a bunch of games that no one has played, and then pitting each other against these games.
What's the one John does where it, like, shuffles it? BizHawk, right?
Yeah, BizHawk Shuffler.
You should just, like, be like, all right, Thomas, Chaz, Dan, Mal, whoever else wants to do it, we each pick a game and it goes into it. And then we do that.
Sure. Yeah, something like that.
I think that would be fun.
I think it would be fun to do some sort of, like, video game competition, whether like that or if it's round based, and it could be games that we've played or games that we haven't played. You know, there's a lot of different possibilities. But yeah, doing something like that would be really entertaining. And then it would give everyone.
Thomas has set it up.
That's not what he said. Set it up, you punk. Okay. I mean, I think that would be fun. And then it would give us a better indication of like how people do
Yeah.
when they are faced with new things that they haven't experienced before.
Mr. Deathkill says, Mal just wants to play Home Alone again. No, I'd pick something like Mean Bean Machine.
That's just mean. Bean Machine. I would not do well.
Lion King for Genesis?
See, yeah, that you definitely have an advantage if it's a childhood game.
That's why everyone gets to pick one. So you either can pick something you're really good at or you know everyone is really bad at.
I would rather let Chaz choose a variety of games and genres that literally no one has played, so no one has any basis. I think that's because, in my opinion, I feel like I would beat everyone if they were games that no one has played. I feel like I would have the best chance. But if we're playing games that everyone else has played, I worry, because if I have to play Puyo Puyo, I'm dead.
That's why I thought about picking
I
it.
know. Anyway, maybe we'll do that.
I think we should.
Maybe we'll do that at some point. I think that'll be fun. That and the idea where I serve everyone alcohol.
It's more complicated than that. It's you make mixed drinks.
Yeah, that's what I meant. At some point, we'll get to that. Okay, let's wrap up for today.
Yeah. People asked how I'm feeling. I'm feeling really good.
More recovery.
Yeah.
Have to continue to take it easy.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're doing good. You are. You really are. You're doing well. Trying not to overdo it every day. It's I think the mantra. But I don't. But it's the biggest thing for Mal's recovery for me has been like trying to slow her down. You know, like, because she's so.
If you weren't here, I'd be like working.
I know.
And I'd be going
I
for
know.
walks by myself.
I have to remind Mal. I'd be like, listen, you know, you've been through a lot. There is a whole lot that is healing inside, and we need to be mindful and respectful of that and just take it easy. So that's kind of been the thing. Is like trying to get Mal to slow down. Mal is Sonic. Mal is Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm trying to get you to just kind of go a little slower. Anyway, things are happening today. It's Thursday, so it's a way out. I have at least one vlog scheduled, maybe.
I need your help. I gotta take care of my Patreon prints because I haven't done that yet. And normally I sit on
Oh, for October.
Yeah, the Aquila
Okay.
ones, they need to go out.
Yeah.
But
You have to
normally I
sign
sit
them.
on the floor and sign them, and then I write on the back of the 4x6s
Okay.
while I'm on the floor, and that's not happening.
Not gonna
so
work. Okay, I'll set you up a little something where you can.
what you'll probably have to do is like sit me at the wood table so I can sign there, and
Yeah.
then have the drying rack so you can like take them from me and put them in there.
Okay. Ranger from Sachi says, is Depiction the same as Glow Artisan?
Don't know. I'll look.
And it's Depiction with there's an X in there. I think all the other letters are correct. But it's or maybe an X instead of a C. Anyway, it has an X in it somewhere. I don't know where the X is. Somewhere in there. Is that how you spell it? I think Pink's got the spelling in it. Yeah, Depiction. I think that's correct. Mouse finding out. Chess says gameplay looks a little different.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's neat. Like, I like the concept of Picross. It's not something I've spend a whole lot of my free time doing. When Mario's Picross came onto the Switch online service, I played a little bit of it, but I never beat it. But there's a lot of things I think I would rather do. I guess is it. The other thing I want to make sure that I announce is that tomorrow is Friday, and I will be back with more Skyrim, which is really exciting. So don't forget to join me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, when I will be playing the S word.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah.
Right there. How do you feel now post-surgery compared to the worst when you still had endo? You can scroll back down.
Your worst?
Like, I had 10 out of 10 pain days. Like,
I'm gonna call
should we go
11.
to the ER question mark?
11 out of 10 pain days, personally, but
Yeah.
yeah, there was some.
And now I'm averaging probably 2 out of 10, like, just throughout the day. In, like, a normal day before surgery could be anywhere from, like, 6 to 3, averaging probably more closer to 5. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also on a lot of medicine still. I'm taking ibuprofen constantly.
Yeah.
So.
And we're not sure if you need more, because we've reduced your dosage of ibuprofen. And then Mal's pain day yesterday was a little more elevated.
Yeah, yesterday was a little rough for me.
Yesterday was the roughest. It's probably the roughest day you've had, other than like right out of the hospital. Yeah. So we're gonna use today to find out if Mal's dosage is fine or if she actually needs to go back up. So yeah. Marty says, but this pain will go away. Yeah. Mal's healing.
Yeah.
You know, like.
A lot of my pain is, like, around my belly button incision. Like, the skin around that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to remember that it's a very major surgery.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of things were removed. Mal's got a lot of whatever they call them, sutures, stitches, etc. inside. There's a lot of things that were adjusted, and it's just going to take a long time to heal. So the pain meds and stuff that Mal's on right now is just to aid in the fact that the body is healing, and without them Mal would be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, I've kept up on the pain meds. Like, I haven't missed any doses or pushed any back, so I don't know what I would be like on nothing right now.
And you don't want to find out.
And I'm not willing to find out, because I don't need to be, like, clenching down there and, like, in pain, like, curled up. That would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The doctor said, like, the normal recovery, not full recovery, but, like, back to...
Able to work and
able
move
to, like, live normal life.
and not need supervision
and
constantly.
not need supervision is 8 weeks, which is right
New Year's.
Right at New Year's. Oh, and Jam asked how the adhesive stuff was doing. So Mal had to they used surgical glue instead of any sort of tape or whatever.
Yeah.
Mal is allergic to surgical glue.
Which I didn't know. We used it
but now we
because
know.
I'm allergic to tapes, and they wanted to use tape, and they were like, well, let's try glue. You've never had the glue before. We'll see. And I was allergic to that too, so.
Yeah, and at this point, the surgical glue has come off of 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
There's still some surgical glue. And they said, don't take it off, just let it come off of its own.
If it gets worse, we'll give you some steroid cream or something.
But, yeah, it's definitely clear because Mal's had
a
rash or hives or whatever from it. But it's fine. It's getting there. Mal was allergic to the binder.
Yeah.
Even though it's latex free, it didn't matter. Apparently didn't matter. Whatever the stretchy material that was being used, which was apparently not latex.
And I washed it.
Yeah.
In our soap, so I know it wasn't like washed in something I'm allergic to, because I can't use Tide.
So Mal's been wearing
tank top.
tank top and then putting it over the tank top so she could keep the... Anyway, things are going okay. They really are. It's unfortunate that Mao has so many like allergy-related stuff, but you're getting through it.
Yeah.
Better every day.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep taking it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's it.
Yeah.
Please join me tomorrow, because Skyrim's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make a new Faendal. I'm literally gonna make a new Faendal, like a new one. I'm not convinced the old one's dead, actually. I don't know where he is, but I'm gonna make a new one. Gold Eagle, maybe, but probably not.
Colin asked about losing allergies. If I lose allergies, it'll be food ones.
Oh, you think so?
If I do.
If you do. So people, so you don't. There's no chance of you like no longer being allergic to latex or anything from that.
No, I'll still be allergic to that.
Okay. All right. Okie doke. All right. Y'all have a great day. We will see you. I will see you tomorrow night. Maybe you'll be in chat.
Maybe. I fell asleep last week
I know.
for almost the entire chat stream.
It's fine. There's always a VOD. You can always watch a VOD. See you all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for more Skyrim. Lord knows what sort of trouble we'll get into.